Hi. I'm going to be sharing my testimony tonight. It's something that happened a few years back, and the Lord laid it on my heart earlier last week to share it today. Okay. So back when I was 15 years old, I think it was when I was 15, I started getting on this website called My Yearbook. It was just another social website type thing. And I got on it. When I first started getting on it, it was like, I don't even know what this is, because I didn't even like make it myself. I just found out I had it through an email I got from it. So I don't know how it got made, but so I started getting on it, and I play games on it, whatever. Like, okay, I kind of like this site. And then eventually I started getting messages from people, so I'm talking to people, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. So I'm just on it, like, oh, I like the games. Okay. Not really interested in talking to people, but I like the games. And so then fast forward a couple of years, I'm still on it. Still saying that I'm just on it playing the games, but I'm talking to all these different guys. And just talking to them all the time. Can you hear me? Okay. Talking to them all the time. Still just telling myself, well, I just like playing the game, so I'm going to just keep it because I really like these games on here. Went from doing that to just talking to them on there to giving all these different guys my phone numbers and talking to them like that. Fast forward a couple years, I'm still on there. And it went from me giving them my phone numbers to me actually trying to meet up with them. And so I actually did meet up with a few of these guys because they were in my area. This was when I was actually living in Texas. They were in my area, so I was meeting up with these people. And I'm still telling myself, well, I'm not really on here. I'm just looking for somebody to hang out with, just whatever. I'm not. Well, let me back up. It was a social website, and it was called My Yearbook, but what it really was like a dating website. But undercover, I guess. I don't know. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not really trying to look for anybody to date. I'm just want somebody to hang out with, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so one of these guys I actually met up with one time after talking to him for about a week. And then his brothers came and picked him up or whatever. Now, when we first started messaging each other, I was telling him, I was like, I'm not interested in being in a relationship. Told him that I don't know how many times, like 3 or 4 times. So we met up one day, got home, he texted me, he wanted me to be his girlfriend, which I don't know how you ask somebody that after knowing them for a week. But I was like, okay, apparently I didn't make myself clear. Don't want to be in a relationship with you. And so he got all mad, went on this rant, talking about something like, because apparently his siblings were racist, talking about, oh, I was going to get kicked out for you or something like that. And so, I don't know. I was like, okay, crazy. You don't even know me. What do you mean you were going to get kicked out and you were going to choose me over your family? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So just keep that in mind. So I actually wound up deleting it in, March of 2012. But I still was talking to this one last guy that I had exchanged my number with. And so we had been talking for months and months and months and months, doing all kinds of stuff I shouldn't have been doing. But anyway, got to the point where we were talking about meeting up. And he lived like, I want to say 5 hours away. Was it 5 hours, 6 hours? It might have been 6 hours. And so I'm secretly planning to go meet this guy. Don't nobody know him. Don't nobody know where I'm going. And so I'm leaving out the house. Somehow my daddy knew. He just knew. Because he called me. I'm at the gas station filling up. And he calls me like, where are you going? I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm not going nowhere. So I'm driving. I'm like probably maybe 20 minutes into my drive or something like that, and he calls me again, and he's yelling and screaming because I guess he found out I was going to see some boy or something. And he's just yelling and screaming and yelling. He was like, girl, you better turn around right now or I'm going to kick you out. And I was like, well, I'm not turning around. So driving. Same thing this other boy did, calling him crazy. And here I am doing the same thing. So I'm driving, he yelling, making me more mad. I'm not turning around, I'm going, because now I'm just mad. And so then my mom calls, and I don't really remember what she was telling me, but I know that the Lord is using her because he knew exactly what I needed to hear and how I needed to hear it. And after I got off the phone with her, I went on ahead and turned around. And I'm thankful for the Lord for using her for that, because till this day, I still believe that had I not taken heed to that, I would have been dead. I still believe to this day I was going to die that weekend. I know I was going to die that weekend had I not taken heed to what she told me. And this whole time, over these years, me telling myself, oh, I'm just on here for this, I'm on here for that. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I was deceiving myself the whole time, telling myself it was this way when it was really that way. And so I just wanted to tell y'all, don't let the enemy deceive you in whatever area it may be, because it's just going to lead to your destruction. So that was it. Just really quick.